It all went quite smoothly, though I did have to spend half of my remaining personal funds to purchase the moon nodes. But oh well. Money was just a matter of time, particularly given the fact that my income had surpassed my expenses recently, while I was now entitled to a portion of the taxes from the virtual Earth as its overlord. Legitimacy increased to 5%. Not bad at all. The game system had already accounted for the change and raised my status to match. I waited for the Geckho diplomat to put all the crystals into his inventory, thus technically completing the trade deal, and just in case, made a clarification. Gerd Kostadijk, those crystals are to be delivered to Kung Wei-Jishish ASAP. The commander desperately needs the funds to repair his battle-damaged fleet. You got that? Not the Krong of your race, Earth's former overlord. The commission you and your clan are entitled to will be paid by Kung Wei-Jishish. We've already discussed it.
Yes, Kung of Earth, that is perfectly clear. I will personally deliver the crystals with all possible haste.
The huge black Geckho stood up from the table and headed to leave, calling his bodyguards after him. 1 second, Gerd Kostadijk. I stopped the rushed diplomat. I will allow you to retain this residence along with a half stake in the seaport in this node for you and your wife. It would be wrong to strip property and a profitable business on a safe planet from my business partner Gerd Uline Tar and her husband. I would also be happy to have such a wealthy industrialist continue operating on my planet, bolstering its economy.
It's always a pleasure doing business with you, Kung Gnat.
The diplomat gave a respectful bow and hurried to leave, leading all the Geckho security out after him. Their places at the doors and around the perimeter of the large assembly hall were immediately taken by the fearsome and taciturn Alpha Isaac. The coming of the severe praying mantis-like warriors wearing their high-tech spacesuits was greeted with great animation because most of the Earth leaders had never seen Isaac before. I chuckled to myself. These Earth leaders were about to have their minds blown. Fox, come back to the table. I'm going to need you. I mentally called out, and the exact copy of my orange cat friend hurried to take a seat next to the original. I then took Kostadijk's opulent armchair. But whereas nobody objected to me taking the viceroy's spot, the Morphean joining the big table was met with complaints, and I hurried to intervene and get ahead of the Earth faction leaders' discontent. I have asked the Army of Earth's instructor to join us at the assembly because one of the topics we will be touching on is the formation of a unified command structure and big upcoming political changes. With all due respect, Kung Gnat, Lang Ivan Muzhik spoke up, head of the Human 23 faction. Doesn't the fact Earth is no longer a Geckho vassal rid us of the need to form a grand army and take part in space conflicts?
Can't you see?
A bald man I'd never seen before, named Arjan Muhlenbelt, cut in with an acrid smirk despite his modest level, and not even having prominent player status.
Kung Gnat simply wishes to pursue personal ambitions at the cost of our soldiers' lives and take the quarantine planet for his bug-eyed Wayeda. Everyone in the galaxy is talking about it.